Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am Neeru and in this video we will learn about the basics of note making. Note making is a skill and it is a very important skill, students, which not only help you in 11th and 12th class but wherever you will go, whatever studies you are going to opt in your higher education also, this is a very important skill which will help you throughout your studies. So this is your question number 2 of section A and it carries 8 marks, and the passage that you are going to deal with is 550 to 600 words in 11th class and 400 to 500 words in 12th class. So note making will be total of 8 marks, and here the notes will be of 4 marks. 1 mark has been assigned to the title, 1 for the abbreviation, and other 2 marks have been assigned to notes. And then there is a division of marks between note making, that is of 4 marks, and summary, that is another of 4 marks. So in this video we are going to focus only notes. For summary there will be another video. Students, note making is not an Herculean task. It is not so difficult and you can deal with it very easily. Just only the crucial factor which you are going to face is the time limit. So let's get started, and first of all let us see what is note making. It is an important study skill. Basically it is not an lone skill. It also comprises of different skills such as reviewing, connecting, synthesizing the matter, inferring, and segregating the matter into headings and subheadings. And the Mool mantra for note making is practice, practice, and practice, because practice makes a man perfect. So what are the characteristics of notes, or how we can judge notes as someone's note being very good and someone's are not so good? Basically notes should be short, precise, and relevant, and in notes you have to write only the essential information, something which is important. You have to present the notes sequentially and then you have to organize them under heading and subheading. So let us started with the steps how you are going to write the notes. Always remember that whenever you start reading the passage, you have to take a pencil along with you, and whenever you are reading, just mark the important information then and there itself. Second thing is that you divide your passage into 4 sections, either thematically or structurally. Students, generally what happen is the time which is allotted for this question is that is generally 30 to 35 minutes for a maximum, because this question usually take a longer period of time and students end up doing this question in 45 to 50 minutes and they are going to kill the time of another question. So when you are going to practice it, you will be able to make notes in one single go. Otherwise you are going to read the passage whenever you are facing it in exam. You are going to give it 2 readings and that generally consume a lot of time. So basically whenever you are reading, in the first reading you just go ahead with it. The steps I am telling you, focus on them. That first of all, divide the passage into 4 sections and key sentences should be underlined from each paragraph or each section. Here in point number 2 we have discussed that we are going to divide our passage into 4 sections. So from each section you have to underline some important points, and from those important points you have to divide your matter into 1 main point and 2 to 4 sub points. Then search for the title. The title will be given in the first few lines of the passage. And one more useful trick which you can apply is the word which is being repeated 3 to 4 times in your passage, that is surely going to be connected with your title. So apply this. Suppose if the passage is about pollution, then you are going to read that word again and again in your passage. Then abbreviate the long words then and there by encircling them and writing the short form then and there. Suppose if we are just now, if I want to abbreviate this word encircle, I will write it here ENC and a dot is attached with it. Okay, you have to abbreviate at least 4 to 6 words. No need of making a long list of abbreviation. You just stick to 4 to 6 words, but remember that you use those words in your notes, otherwise you are not going to fetch that 1 mark completely. Now let us see what will be the do's and don'ts of note making. The title should not be a complete sentence. I have already told you that you will find the title either in the first or the last paragraph, or in the first few lines, or the word which is often repeated in that particular passage. And title should be something which capture the essence. It should arrest the gist of that particular passage. The notes, the content should be divided into headings and subheadings properly, or you can even call them points or subpoints. Then the main thing which you have to keep in mind is that please do not use full sentences. Always remember that you are not going to use full sentences. Use only phrases. Now here also you can see that some of the points are written here also in phrases. Heading and subheadings must be numbered uniformly. Indentation has a big role to play in note making, so always remember that in your mind. So proper indentation should be there. Then what are the things that you do not have to write in note making? We do not give examples in it. Okay, we do not give ideas which are repeated, and we do not have to write the quotations. Whatever someone was saying, the words which were in the inverted commas, that are not to be mentioned in notes. And one important thing are the which are an integral part of notes is abbreviation and symbols. For making your notes compact, you can use recognizable abbreviations which you came across in the newspapers or in your reading text. Then you can also make the abbreviation on your own, and whenever you are using in that in notes, always remember to circle them or underline them with a pencil, and try to make a box for abbreviation. Do not write the abbreviation as such, always write them in a box. And here in the abbreviation also we can also write the symbols as like this. Suppose if I am going to write percentage somewhere in my notes, then I can use this symbol, and less than and greater than, or if I want to equate something, I can use the symbol of equal to, and the addition symbol when I want to add something. And now these are the things which we have discussed in previous slide also. So some more points which you don't have to write is that articles, preposition and conjunctions are omitted. You don't have to give them. Examples also you do not have to give, and even the helping verb, you should not be using helping verb while making notes. Now here in front of you there is a glossary for making the title, points, subpoints. You can take help of these words and you can make the title as well as the points and subpoints of note making. So generally these are the words which we use for making the main points. So history, source, background. Suppose if we have come across a passage in which the history of a particular historical event is given, then we can start our main point with this. Or if source is given of something, of a research study or something, then we can start our main point with source. So all this you can take help of these words in making your main points and sub points. Background, introduction, need, meaning, definition, types, kinds or forms. Suppose a passage is come in which the main topic is pollution and the types or the kinds of pollution were explained in the um, coming paragraph. So at that time you can use this as your main point. Then difference, if the difference is given between two things or 2 points, then what is the particular cause of something. Suppose if we are come across a passage in which the causes of pollution are giving, so we can write the main point as such, like causes. Then another words here, many of the words are synonyms, but you can use them. Merits or demerits are given, or the advantages or disadvantages of something is given. Then what will be the current situation or scenario that is given in a particular paragraph, the impact, how it is going to impact us, and what are the effects, solutions, and what are the remedies, then steps for prevention, initiatives, and conclusion and inference. So these are some words which you can take help of while making your main points or sub points. Now here in front of us there is the format of note writing. In the middle of the line you are going to write the main title. So always remember that your title should not be a complete sentence. It should be at least for a maximum you can take that 5 words are sufficient, not more than that. So first you have to write the main point, then sub points, then you have to write at least 4 main points should be there. Remember it students, that 4 main points should be written, and the difference, this space that is between a main point and sub point, this is called indent. Okay, always remember that whenever you are making notes, the format should be correct. You should focus the indentation, that there should be space should be provided between the main point and the sub point. So the margin should be like this. All the main points should start from the same spacing as well as the sub point from the same spacing. So if you are writing in a sheet and you are unable to guess how much space you have to leave, so this you, all of you were having scales with you, so remember that you have to leave a space of 1.5 centimeter between a main point and a sub point, and the same rule is applied to the sub point and the sub point. So try to segregate your points such that you make 4 main points in your paper, and each main point has at least 2 sub point, and the sub points can range from 2 to 4. So for each point you can write at least 2 to 4 sub points, and try to find out at least 1 point or 2 point where you are being able to mark the sub point. It is going to fetch you clearly 4 marks without any confusion. So like this you have to make your notes. Now this is an important thing, the key to abbreviation. Always try to make a table, and then you have to write first the abbreviated word is to be written here, and then the complete word should be written in front of it. And avoid writing example and in your abbreviation list. Please do not write example, because we are already have been discussed in this video that examples are omitted. So do not write example, as well as do not write this symbol of and. These are not to be included in the list of abbreviation. So sometimes you are confused how to make abbreviation. The first point which we have discussed is that always it is always better to use abbreviations which you have seen in newspapers or in your textbooks, or which are commonly used. So here is a list of the abbreviations in front of you, like important. The first three alphabets are written and that were along with a dot, then information, language, maximum, limited, education and people. Suppose if you does not encounter with any commonly used abbreviation in your text, then how you are going to make it? So there are two or three basic rules which you can apply. The first one we has been discussed in previous slide, that you can write the first three alphabet of that particular word and after that attach a dot with it. Then the second rule is that you don't have to use vowels, means you have to omit the vowels in the word and then write it. The next rule is that listen for the sound of word. An example has been given, like limited. You have to listen the sound, like L, T and D. These sounds are prominent in this word, so we are going to abbreviate it like this. Then try to include one or two words from each syllable. So focus the pronunciation of a particular word, like people. Here we are clearly being able to listen this word, and the word has been categorized into two syllables, P and pul. So we are writing alphabets from each syllable. So it is not at all difficult, I think so. Thank you for listening me, and please do share, subscribe and like the video, and do share it with your classmates. Thank you.